So the very first thing, that is, what is array? So array is collection of n number of the elements, and these number of elements which the array have will be of the same data type. And how they are located in the memory? They are located in contiguous memory location, that is one after the other in consecutive. That is, if we are having the integer array. So in case of the integer array, how we have to represent? This is the one dimensional. We will see ahead there are different types of the array. So here this we are seeing for one dimensional array. That means you can see here how we are giving the name of the array, then we are giving one subscript. This will have the size, since it's a one dimension array, and therefore we will have only one subscript and giving the size of this array. That is, this array is can hold how many number of elements, what size we want actually to create an array of. So we want here to create the array of size, that is 5. So here we are mentioning here, that is at the compile time, and also we are initializing the values of all these 5 elements, that is in this manner, in this curly braces. So even if I don't give the size here, but I initialize, that will work. So if I am not initializing, I am not giving anything this, so whether this will work? No, not at all, it will not work, because you are not initializing. If you would have initialized it by that much values, it would have seen how many elements are present, and then it would have computed the size. But if you are not initializing it, then you have to default give the size of the array. So as I told you that, so these are the elements, suppose. So we are creating the array by the name ARR, and we are mentioning the size of the array, how many elements it can hold. So you can see here we are mentioning the data type as integer, since what the definition says that these elements will be of the same data type. So since this is the array and it can hold total 5 elements, that is the size, so therefore all the 5 elements which will be there should be of the same data type. So here, since it is an integer array, as I have mentioned here int, so therefore all the elements will be of the data type integer. If I would have given the character array, then in that case all the elements of that character array would have been of the data type character, that is same data type, all the elements will be of the same data type. So the next thing I have mentioned here, they are located in contiguous memory location, the elements which are there. So what does it mean? So therefore, suppose this is my array, that is 1D array, and this array name is ARR, and these are the elements. So how they will be stored in the memory? So this is 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. Suppose the address is 200, where we want to store the element of the array. Usually the address in case of the array will be in the hexadecimal form, but for simplicity purpose I am giving this address. One more thing, in case of the array, the indexing starts from 0 to n-1, that is, this is your 0th element. So this is your 0th element, this is the first, this is second, this is third, fourth, and so on till n-1. This element which is there, actually it is located at the index 0, starting from the 0, then the next element is located at the first index. So indexing starts from 0 to n-1 in case of the array. So now if I say that these elements are located in the contiguous memory location. So first of all, since all these elements will be of the same data type, we know that since it's an array. So which data type here? Here it will be of the data type integer. We know that in case of integer it occupies 4 bytes. In some of the system it occupies 2 bytes. So here we will be considering 4 bytes for the integer. So therefore, to store these elements, each an element will be of the 4 bytes. So therefore, this element which is there, it is located, suppose, at the address 200. So it will take 4 bytes. So the next address will start from 204, and then the next element will be located here. Then again at 208, the next element will be present, that is 4. At 212, the next element will be present. So you can see here that leaving 4 bytes, all these elements are placed one after the other in consecutive manner in contiguous memory location, that is after 4 bytes. So therefore, this is what the definition of the array. So, the simple definition of the array. So suppose if you don't give actually these values. So if I'm initializing my array, yeah. So if I'm creating the array, I'm mentioning the size of the array and I'm giving these values. So you can see the size is 5. It can hold 5 elements, but I'm initializing only 3 values. So in that case, rest of the values will be initialized to 0. So even if I give in this manner, whether this will work or not, so I want you to try this type of the initialization and check whether it will work or not. So just the answer is yes, it will be working because we are initializing it. So by this it will understand how much elements it should hold. But still you can check different scenarios what you want to try, and in that manner you will understand more better what all things are possible as well as not possible. You can just play with these things. Now one more thing in case of the array. First of all, the name of the array, it is called, that is ARR. It is called as a base address. So it is a constant pointer, that is it cannot be changed to point to other address. That is the reason the name is constant pointer. It is the base address. So it will contain the address of the 0th element of the array. So you are having the array. So what is the 0th element? You can see here, this is 2 is a 0th element. So its address, this ARR will hold. So it will hold the address of the 0th element of the array. So it can be anything. If it's a 1D array, still the name of the array will hold the address of the 0th element of the 1D array. If it's a 2D array, again the name of the array will hold the address of the 0th element of the 2D array. And now you can also see in case of the array, first of all, the same variable name is used for all the elements. So all the elements of the array will share the same variable name. Here the name I have given as ARR, but they will have different subscripts, or you can say different index number. What does it mean? It means that this element is like array 0, this element is this array 1, and this element is array subscript 2. So you can see the same variable name is there, but different subscripts or different index number is there. So this is whole about the array.